Centralia Panthers, Coach's Corner, a service of First Heritage Bank, Blue Valley Technologies, and Wanklin Oil.
We know the scenario. Your Wi-Fi is being shared between two televisions streaming Netflix, smart devices scattered throughout your home, multiple smartphones, and you have a Zoom meeting you're trying to connect to. Take the frustration out of your Wi-Fi with Blue Valley Technologies' worry-free Wi-Fi service. Our advanced router with a 24/7 support team can help your home network run smoothly. For more information, call 877-876-1228.
Everyone has something that they do best. Banks are no exception. Ours is investing back into the local communities that we serve. We make loans to local families and businesses. These loans generate the dollars which empower our local community. Invest in our community by banking with us. We're an equal housing lender. First Heritage Bank in Centralia, Corning, Seneca, and Vermilion. Member FDIC. Online at 1hbank.com.
Wanklin Oil is proud to serve the community with propane, gas, and diesel fuel right to your home or farm. Family owned and operated, they'll deliver your fuel with an old-fashioned personal touch. Their dependable quality service at the lowest price available makes them a leader in the field. In addition to propane and diesel, they also offer tank repair, sales, and service. For your fuel and heating needs, Wanklin Oil is just a call away. 800-794-2019. They have the energy since 1926.
Welcome to the Centralia Panthers Coach's Corner program. Joined now with Dusty Thompson, head coach of the Centralia girls. Coach, first time we're talking to you here this year. We're going to talk about the games you've had here in just a little bit. But before we get into that, for this season, how many girls are out and who are you kind of hoping to step up this season on the varsity level?
We've got 17 out this year, so we're slowly climbing back up with the numbers, and which has been good for us. We get a better look in practice and stuff. But you know what? I think our top 8 are about the same 8 they were last year. Owen's going to do what Owen does, and I'll tell you so far, I've been impressed with Tatum Kramer. She shot the ball well early. You can tell she's got more confidence as a senior now, I think, than she's had in the past, and hitting shots. And Cora does a good job rebounding the basketball and playing defense. I want her to shoot the ball when she's open, but we don't necessarily need her to score. We got plenty of that. And then you got the 4 sophomores now. I guess my freshman, 4 sophomores, Hayden Kramer and David Gibbs, Josie Heaverkamp, and Keelan Rimpey, and they've done a great job of picking some things up and maturing a little bit and understanding a little more about what we're doing this year. And then probably Milena Becker's probably another one that we need to, slowly keep working on. She's got length and some size to her, and she does some great things. And some nights you can tell she's just not as mature confidence-wise as some of the other girls are.
You kind of lead me into a question I wanted to ask later, but you talked about the experience, coming back off of a last year's team that ended up at state. Has that, I guess, benefited you or allowed you to do something different here early on in terms of either installing plays or getting to stuff quicker?
It had. I think by the end of last year, you could tell they were starting to pick up on things. This year, I felt like we walked into practice with a better understanding of what we were trying to do and what they needed to do, and probably more so than even just plays, in the offense and things like that. I think there's something to be said about those girls understanding what their role is this year. Last year we were young and everybody was trying to do different things, and it took us a full season to kind of figure out where we were on the team. And this year I feel like we know, or they know what they're capable of doing and what's expected of them and where they can excel, and they've done a great job with it so far.
Well, and as before mentioned, too, off to a nice start, 3-0 wins against Nemaha Central, St. Mary's, and Silver Lake. I often talk to coaches in this area about those games playing just, higher classification teams. How do you feel that prepares your team for a run in a TVL and even postseason as well? It's
good for us. I said before, we'll know by Christmas break exactly what we need to get better on. We get Valley Heights on Friday, but the majority of the TVL and the league tournament and sub-state postseason play and stuff, we'll have a great idea by Christmas break of where we need to improve if we're going to continue to compete at a high level night in and night out.
And up next for your team before a home visit next Friday versus Valley Heights, a game that we will have on KNDY FM 95.5, a trip to Atchison tonight. What do you see in the Tigers that you're preparing for, or you need to have a key for your team for success?
I watched a little film. They're long. We got to be able to take care of the basketball. We did a good job the first 2 games of not turning the ball over, and then we had 18 turnovers against Silver Lake, and part of that's because Silver Lake's a very good team. But, we've got to get back into valuing the basketball just a little bit more again, I think, and, be able to run the floor, go back kind of like we did against NC, and see if we can run them and wear them out because we're deep enough to do it.
Well, I'm looking forward to getting a chance to see your team there Friday night with that game on KNDY FM 95.5. Again, talking with the Centralia Panthers girls head basketball coach, Dusty Thompson. Dusty, I appreciate your time as always, and we'll look forward to seeing you Friday night.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Centralia Panthers Coach's Corner, a service of First Heritage Bank, Blue Valley Technologies, and Wanklin Oil.